Tonight, from Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here comes the Tennessee offense, and you see Ryan Tannehill leading them out.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice?
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 27 yards there, a first down. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. The numbers for him from a week ago. 17 carries, 60 yards.
And give him a ton of credit. He's running the ball really well. But I look at those guys up front. That unit is truly playing as just that. Every move that they make, their teammate understands what that move means and what they need to do. And right now, they're starting to grind it out pretty well.
A very solid gain of 27. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. They'll set up a throw. Out to his left. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tyler Eifert. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. And the QB rating right now, sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. But I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the
right. That's
mark.
the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. And And nowhere to go. He goes down to the turf in the end zone. Tannehill taken down for the safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Come on, homie.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. He's got a man, complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On play action, they'll throw.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 19. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his, and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. From 19 yards away, and the Jaguars add 6 to their lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Titans set and ready to go on offense. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 18 carries, 89 yards.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people open downfield.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Jadeveon Clowney racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill. And he'll find Lastly there. It's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. They'll run with Pollard. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he will have a Jaguars first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to doubt.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Titans. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
26 Mike, 26 Mike.
Here's Tannehill. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Josh Allen, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Josh Allen in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Well, Brandon, this is a former first-round pick, and he's been a bit of a disappointment in his career up till now, but he's still got room to grow. And this is an excellent play right here to come away with the football.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. After the sack on first down, Tannehill. Now Brown, oh, he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And he finds a man on a crossing route. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle. That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. And it's caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's Pollard again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now Pollard. And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 43-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. On first down, Pollard. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And oh, this is taking him one-handed. What a catch.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great. And they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. But I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Jalen Reagor, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instincts sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And now Ryan Tannehill becomes the focus of our players' spotlight. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue? Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And the pressure gets to him again. Josh Allen in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now Tannehill. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Josh Allen in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And this Tennessee defense for the second straight play gets him behind the line. They're not messing around. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a third down and 12. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he loses the football a second time. It's picked up by the Titans. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Nashville. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire...
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this.
It got his man complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Check 26, check 26.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Go. 26, Mike, 26, Mike.
Now Tannehill. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Now here's Pollard, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Tony Pollard with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Jaguars continue to roll. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Looking sideline, incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job. Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 26. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
26 Mike, 26 Mike.
Tannehill on first down. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And he'll wind up picking up about 4, as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Give them 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding, probably
in trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Josh Allen in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. It's be a long game.
To throw is Tannehill into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Jags, the perfect season remains intact as they move